Welcome to the stage, Senior Emma Wozencraft.
Okay, so every year the seniors decide to pay back Mr. Barth and Mr. Fadali for all these wonderful years with a gift. And for those of you who don't know, in the band room, in big blue letters, are the words "Pride of," yet there's nothing that follows. And Mr. Fadali and Mr. Barth have been terrorizing us because someone took the E in Pride down. By the way, it was me. With this E, all the seniors decided to bring back a little extra. So the first day of band, Mr. Fadali looks at all of us sophomores coming in and he points up to the Pride of, and he tells us that we have to fill in the blank. So after 3 years, we seniors decided to actually fill in the blank. So I'm here to introduce the Pride of the Titans. We're going to put these up on the wall so that the Pride of is going to be completed from now on. So thank you, Mr. Barth and Mr. Fadali. We all love you.
Welcome back to the 2017 Varsity Show. We begin part 2 with a special salute to the music of Old Blue Eyes, Frank Sinatra. Sinatra got his start with the big bands of Tommy Dorsey and Harry James. In 1942, Sinatra begged Dorsey to allow him to record a few solos. Dorsey relented, and Frank recorded Night and Day, Lamplighter Serenade, The Night We Called It a Day, and The Song Is You. Frank Sinatra never formally learned how to read music, but he had the talent to capture its emotion, and his range could bring power to even the simplest of ballads. When he recorded this next song, he called it the perfect marriage of words and music. Stephen Sondheim's Send in the Clowns. Spencer Smith, Chase Van Alec, Abby Wilson, Jacob Coates, Essie Doolin, Eddie Kostra, Serena Rantzany, Bethia, Emily Bruce, Lizzie Hinton, Trinity Highland, Haley Parashon, William Hinton, Hannah Jellin, and Brandon Collins. We've entered the fan favorite part of the show, so please feel free to get your huns out and clap along, because it is time to make this rockin' world go round. Here is Queen's Fat Bottom. Out front. Please welcome Andrew Dinnan, Tyler Pito, Amy Basiak, Bryce Waldron, Margaret Bartlett, Amber McGannon, Ben Komar, Abby E, Matt Webb, Ioka Lasima, Rain Kruger, and Zach McDonald. The Cuba Dance to Long Train has been around since Mr. Fidali Sr. introduced it over 30 years ago. One of Mr. Fidali's students at the time and one of the first to perform the dance just happens to be one of our marching band instructors and music teacher here in the district. So, who better to than our own Mr. John Chapman.
7, 4,
Doug Poole, John Rosencraft, Jacob Klein, Thomas Reed, Logan Rollins, Kyle Jellin, Ty Triber, Kara Abraham, Shira Ermakoff, Olivia Wrench, Maddie Massey, Sam Sanderson, Andy Schwinn, Nathan Strinkoff, Kara Rose, Nico Crespo, Nikki Morrison, Zach Budzik, Paul Pressman, Jeremy Wright, Michael Davis King, Zachary Randolph, Ashley Boldovic, and Mercedes Gazda. Throughout the season, we told you that this song was as much about the dance routine as it was about the music. The dance was discovered by some band students a few years ago, and with the right drum cadence, became a pretty good dance routine. The dance is a haka, an ancient New Zealand tribal dance still in use today by many of New Zealand's sporting teams. The yells, fist pounding, and foot stomping are used to intimidate enemies, opponents, and band directors who think their announcers talk too much. We combine the haka and rock with Van Halen's Panama. Final group of the night: Ray Hildebrand, Isabel Kokar, Jeremy Hiller, Aubrey Nolan, Claire Kincaid, Caitlin Iyer, Zach Zalesnik, Owen Assig, Nick Lakeinen, Rebecca Height, Natalie Winstead, Aaron Straykoff, Alicia Thompson, Ben Lewick, Tatum Zalesnik, Rebel Al-Halabi, and currently on the DL, but we wanted to introduce him anyway, Joe Cressman. Many of Queen's hits, but none more curious than what was once called a multi-tempo tune with random rhyming nonsense. So, for our final song, open your eyes and look up to the skies and see Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody. was indeed our last song, but it isn't our last performance. The Drumline has a treat for you as they share a few of their cadences and make some room, because the band is coming to join you in the audience. You won't have to dance this time. This is the portion of the show where we pause to reflect on the season and take in what it's like to see 160 teenagers standing quietly. Nice, isn't it? But let's face it, the musical noise they made this year was pretty good. Assessing talent is one of the hardest things a band director does. Do we have the skill, the composition, and more importantly, the passion to perform a complex number? Could this marching band handle Bohemian Rhapsody? Well, if the crowd at North Royalton Band Fest had anything to say about it, and all of you in the house tonight, then the answer was a standing oh yes. So what about a bigger challenge like Sinatra? Not just one song, but 4, all recorded by a guy who died before they were even born. The band wasn't going to play their familiar pop songs or perform their dance routines. They were going to play slower songs, and there were on-field movements that weren't even close to anything else they were doing. A block that moves diagonally. Even some college bands won't try that. There were big risks with this show, some of them hidden, especially when choreographing a 100-yard show without access to a 100-yard field. A high school parking lot and a 70-yard NFL facility required adjustments at rehearsals that would not be present in the show. As they did with Bohemian Rhapsody, this band answered the challenge of the Sinatra show and they performed it as they were taught. This Friday, they'll do it again, with even more precision and more passion, because with each show, this band gets better. They felt what success tasted like in North Royalton, and they want their season to end on that same, pardon the pun, high note. The high note they strike this Friday will also mark the end of the marching season and a farewell to our seniors. There will be a private moment for the band as the seniors share their reflections before their final march to the stadium. There will be laughs, there will be tears, and there will be memories. Then, at the end of the night, you are all invited to help us form the traditional tunnel outside the band door as the class of 2018 climbs the band steps one last time. The uniforms will be hung up, hopefully, and we'll get ready for the next edition of the Pride of the Titans. And speaking of that next edition, tonight you are witnessing the end of an, albeit short, era for the Titan Band. Next year, we will welcome first-time marchers from the sophomore and freshman classes as the 9th graders become part of the high school. This stage could get pretty crowded for the 6th annual Varsity Show. So, was this the band that had the passion to perform 2 specialty shows this year? Well, this may sound odd to you, but to them it's high praise when we say that both the north and the south side of the band were ghetto in 2017. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2017 edition of the Pride of the Titans. This is the Berea-Midpark Titan Marching Band. Fowler and Mr. Dan Barth, on behalf of everyone in the Titan Band, we thank you for coming tonight because you are indeed the best band fans in the land. We'll see you Friday night. Good night.